everybody, welcome back to I Feel the Rush. I'm Angie Gade, and welcome aboard if you haven't been here before. The mission of I Feel the Rush is to help you create home decor with things from your outdoor experiences, whether it be hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever outdoor experiences you love. We like to bring those things inside so that you can relive those memories time and time again. So if you haven't been here before, thank you for joining us. And if you haven't already explored them, please check out our old lives. We basically take some of the things from the outside, bring them in, and give you examples every week, every Thursday night, 8 p.m. We try to be here. If I can't be live, I try to do a video. I've had some technical difficulties on a few days, but for the most part, we're here, 8 o'clock, Thursday nights. So what we've been doing in the few recent weeks is antlers, feathers, hides, all sorts of things like that. Tonight we're going a little bit different. I'm down here on the ground with you, and I wanted to show you how we are going to take this wood slab and make a cribbage board table. So thanks to Nick Thomas. Thank you, Nick Thomas. We have this slice or slab of a tree that he took down at his house. We happened to be at his home the day that he took the tree down, and the pattern on the slab is so beautiful. He just didn't want to burn them. He planned to burn them, but he was giving away these pieces. Now, this was several years ago, so if you have, the reason I bring this up is because I know a lot of you enjoy the outdoors. You live in the woods, you're probably cutting trees down. If you're cutting down some big, beautiful trees that have slices, or you know someone is, take a few minutes to see if you can get a slice or a slab and dry it out and make one of these, because they're unique, and that's what we love to show you guys, is some unique ideas that you can't buy at the store. And if you were to buy them on Etsy or something, they might be quite expensive. So that's another premise here, is we like to show you inexpensive ways to make this home decor. And tonight we're just doing something different. So like I said, we're going to show you the materials we used. We're going to show you the process. I'm not going to make the whole thing, so don't think you're going to be here a long time. 15-20 minutes is the max. I'm just going to walk you through the process of what I'm going to do with this piece, and then I really want to hear from you guys. Have you done something like this? Do you own a piece of decor like this? And if not, are you going to try it? Show a picture, share your story with us on if you do something like this. We love to see pictures. I love to hear questions. I also love to hear suggestions on other projects that you'd like to try. Maybe you just don't want to try them yourself, or you don't have time. Shoot us a message in the comments, shoot us a private message. Give us some suggestions on future projects. I got one last night. I was in an SCI meeting, Safari Club International, and the person there gave me an idea to do a porcupine lampshade. I'm like, I'm making that. So another live is going to be the porcupine lampshade. Gonna do it. So tonight, let's get back to the materials here. We've got the slab. I'm going to show you a little closer once I'm done, but I kind of want to walk you through it first just so you can get the basic idea. I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm sitting on the floor with this table here just so I can get a little closer to it. So basically we have the wood slab. Now what I would recommend, if you have something like this at home, maybe you've got a slab like this outside, bring it indoors somewhere where it can dry out. You're going to want to give it, I don't know, this slab has been inside for a couple years now. The reason it's memory decor for us is not only was this from a friend's home, the legs down here, and I'm going to show you in just a little bit, the legs down here are actually driftwood from a Colorado family trip that we took. So it is memory decor for us. And like I said, for those of you who haven't been here before, that's where what we really enjoy about these pieces is there's a little bit of memory in every single bit of this. So this is from a friend's home. The legs are, like I said, driftwood from a Colorado trip, and thank you to my family for doing everything they can to bring all these pieces home with me, because it's a trial, believe me. So the legs are driftwood from Colorado. So it's really simple. The only thing I'm going to need besides the wood, the legs, is going to be a drill. I'm going to need some black paint, if you decide to paint it. And all I just use is a basic acrylic paint, because you're going to be sealing this when you're all done. Some cardboard to make a template. for the cribbage board holes that I'm going to show you a little bit closer once I get you up close. I want to walk you through it, and then I'm going to move the camera over here. So what we've done is, fortunately for me, I kind of got the idea from my husband and my son Hunter, is they were making a cribbage board. Don't think you have to get this fancy, but I happen to have this on hand. You can't really see it very well, but it's a piece of plexiglass. They drilled holes in this to make the cribbage board pattern, and I saw this and matched it up with my wood, and it's gonna fit perfectly. So this is what I used, but what I wanna explain is, whatever size piece wood you have, take a big piece of cardboard, trace that piece so that you know what size you're working with. Go to Google, find out how many holes a cribbage board has, because I didn't count them, and use a ruler, make a couple lines. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is crafting, this is projects. No one is ever gonna look how closely all evenly the holes are. So come up with a pattern. You can go circular. I kind of wanted to go all the way around here, or make a pattern of a footprint, you know, a hoof print, and then get creative. That's basically, and I would love to see pictures. When you're done or you have some great ideas, just send some pictures, post some pictures in the comments below. Hello out there, thanks for joining me. So back to the template. Create your template, drill some holes with your drill. And what I did was I took this, laid it on top of my piece of wood, and I took a black marker and just marked my little holes so that I knew where to drill when it was time. Super simple. So you got cardboard, your wood, a marker, and then I took my drill, and I have a confession. I broke the bit today because I was trying to finish drilling all the little holes, and I done broke it right off. So Chris, I owe you a bit. So basically, once you get those holes marked, you're gonna take your drill and you're gonna drill your little holes. Now, what I wanted to mention was, when you're drilling your holes, maybe mark on the bit how deep you want to go, because when you put your, oh, I got my nails over there. Hold on, I'm gonna grab a nail. When you put your nails in, you're going to want to keep in mind that I'm gonna use nails, just a regular nail. So who doesn't have nails laying around? I'm gonna use a regular nail, and then I'm gonna attach a little antler tip on top of it. The only reason I mention keep an eye on how deep your holes go is because when you put this in the hole, you don't want it to fall all the way down. Maybe keep the holes, the dimension, the depth of the hole about the same. So keep that in mind when you're drilling. Maybe mark on your bit how deep you want to go. So then, like I said, you're going to use nails or whatever other kind of pointy thing you want to use for your little cribbage markers. And then you can put whatever you want on top. I mentioned I'm actually going to use some little antler tips. Another way you can make this a real piece of memory decor is my daughter Allison. This is her little first buck. Isn't this cute? I'm not going to cut this one, but you might have some little bucks laying around the house like this. What are you doing with it? It's probably in a box, so make it into something. You can cut these off, and then you could just glue these right to those nails and make these into your little cribbage markers. Wouldn't that be cute? So that's an idea. You could use shells, you can use anything you like. I mean, anything your heart desires, things that you like from around the home, make those into your little cribbage markers. So we've got the holes drilled, we've got our little nails with our cribbage markers. That is really the basic part of it. I mean, it's very, very simple. The next thing I just wanted to talk about is the decorating part of it. You could leave it plain and not do any painting at all. But what I wanted to mention is I made these little footprints just by making a basic template. I took another piece of cardboard, took an X-Acto knife, and cut out this little pattern, and took my black paint, super simple, a dollar store purchase, very easy. And once I took my template, I taped it onto the wood, and then I used a little sponge like this and went through the template, just like that. I used the template that I made, so you don't have to spend a lot on templates. And again, don't worry about it being perfect. Go on to Google, go on to Pinterest, and you can find yourself an example of deer prints, turkey prints, bears, whatever your heart desires. Get creative. Don't be afraid to try a couple different templates. Maybe try sampling the pattern and the painting on another piece of wood before you try it on your actual piece. What I wanted to mention is this is a big slab, but you could use a pallet board. You could use just another chunk of wood that you could sand down flat in one area. So get creative. I know you guys and gals are outdoorsmen and women. I know you have a lot of things around the house that probably you've brought in from outside, and you could get creative and make that into cribbage board. One more idea that I have, and unfortunately, like I said, I broke my bit, but I'm sure that I can get more bits, is making a cribbage board out of an antler. I love these huge antlers. So I wanted to make mention of that. If you don't want to do a piece of wood, I'm sure a lot of you have antlers laying around. We have baskets full of them, and I'm always wondering what we should do with them. So this one, and I just wanted to show you as an example, is find an antler that lays nice and sturdy on the table. So this thing, if I move it around, it's not going to teeter-totter all over or anything like that. This would be an excellent antler to make a cribbage board out of. This one you can get just a little bit more creative. Because it's not flat and you can't really make a template, I would take a pencil and again, find out how many holes have to go into a cribbage board. But what you can do on here is, and antlers, if you've never drilled through them, are super soft. It's very easy to drill. What I might recommend though is wearing a little face mask, because you don't want to get all those little antler bits in your nose and in your lungs. So what I would recommend is going up this way with one of the cribbage lines and then going up this way with the other cribbage line. So take a pencil, just in case you want to make any changes, mark your holes on here and then use your drill. Another suggestion I wanted to make mention of is your nail, whatever marker you're going to be using to put into as a cribbage piece. Make sure that your drill is just a little bit bigger than this. You don't want it to be smaller because you want your nail to go into the hole. You don't want it to be real big because you want it to hold up inside and it's not wobbling all over the place. So that's just another mention that I wanted to make note of. So more importantly, so if you're working with a smaller piece like this, make sure you're using small enough nails and the appropriate size drill bit. So that's that. I'm going to take you off the stand here and I'm going to show you this piece just a little bit closer so you can see what I'm actually dealing with. And then I'm going to check back with you guys and see if you guys have any questions. I wanted to make mention just one more time before I finish up at the end here. If you have any projects you have in mind, I've been talking to people a lot lately where, you've been out hunting, you've been outdoors, you have different things laying around the house, you don't know what to do with them, sticks or wood or hides or antlers, anything. Send me a picture. Let me know. You got some things laying around the house and I would love to help you make them into a piece of memory decor. I love sharing ideas. That's really the community that we're trying to create. Is we're a community of outdoorsmen and women, and we love those experiences, the memories, and the more we share with each other, the more valuable those experiences are, and just sharing in all the adventures. So again, share some comments below, pictures, and be sure if you think this might be of interest to some of your friends, share with your friends. If it's something you might be interested in trying later, share it on your page so that you can easily go back and remember where it was from. Be sure to check out previous lives also. So I'm going to get you a little closer here. I'm going to move you around a little bit. So as you can see, I'm going to try to show you closely. It's a little difficult. There's my little antler. I drilled holes. I left all this dust here so that you could kind of see where I drilled the holes. But I've got 4 lines. Got 2 here, and then I've got 2 here. So it's going to be pretty straight. But you can see there's just a beautiful pattern in here. Now what I'm going to do is, now that I have these holes drilled, and I know you can't really see them, I'm going to seal the entire top of this. And once it's sealed, I'll probably have to go and retouch these holes a little bit with the drill, find a new drill bit. And then I'm actually considering taking a little Q-tip and putting some black paint on it and running it into these little circles, because as you can see now, it's a little difficult to see those. With a little bit of black paint on the inside of those holes, it's going to be so much easier to see when you're actually playing the game. So I'll seal this a couple times. Like I said, it's been drying here for a couple years. I've got a nice crack in here, but I'm going to leave that as it is. I mean, it just gives it a little more personality. I love all the grooves. It just shows the age, but there's just some beautiful circles in here, and it's just going to be a really beautiful piece once it's, hey Mike, thanks for joining us, once it's sealed. Then I wanted to show you the front here where I put these little, deer footprints on here. Now, like I said, you can do turkey footprints, moose or bear, whatever your heart desires. This was just a real simple one that I wanted to show you. If you're looking for patterns, check out Pinterest, go on Google. If you can't find one you're looking for, just drop me a message and I'd be happy to find one for you. Just something to give it a little more personality. I might even write a message over here somewhere, you know, like a quote or something like that. And then like I was showing you down here, these are the legs. This is driftwood from Colorado. So it's just another way to put some use to some things that I had laying in the background or backyard that all in all together, it's going to be a beautiful piece. So yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys another idea for some memory decor. So like I said, lately we've been doing a lot of antlers and fur and feathers, and it is turkey season here in Wisconsin, so there's a lot of that action going on, but I wanted to show you just a little something with a little more variety. I'm going to set you back up on the table here. Thanks for bearing with me. Thanks, Mike. So yeah, so we're in the Green Bay, Wisconsin area. If you're in the area and you're interested in seeing how some of these things work or firsthand would like to take a look, you're welcome to touch base with me, and we'd love to have visitors. And if you're in the area and you're interested in having a presentation somewhere, we have such a variety of different products that we've made, and not just to sell, but we love to share the ideas with people. So if you need a presentation for something, please touch base with us. We'd love to bring some of our products, some of our crafts. You know, we've done lamps, we do all sorts of feather artwork, these tables, feather stools. I was actually just sitting here. For if you haven't been with us before, maybe you could check out some of the videos on how you can take your hides and make footstools or other furniture. Because as I've said before, we are a family of 6 and most of us are hunters, so the walls are full. They're getting full. So we're working from the ground up, trying to make the best use of our harvest that we can. And that's really where this all started from, was we harvest to eat, you know, to support our family, but also there's so many wonderful parts that you can put to good use. And we just love to share our ideas. So thanks guys for joining me tonight. I was excited to get on here and show this idea to you. Every week I get more excited to show you more and more things. Every week the list gets longer of the projects I love to share with you guys. So please let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other ideas, and check us out on Instagram, on our website, ifeeltherush.com. My email is out there, here on Facebook. We love to hear from you guys. We love to build this community of outdoorsmen and women and all of the ideas that we can share with each other. So you guys have a great night. Thank you for joining me, and I can't wait to talk to you again next Thursday, 8 o'clock. Have a great weekend.